In the stock market jungle, this animal has run wild with long-term gains. But when the going gets tough, does this zebra need to change its stripes? Or will advanced analytics and a new deal with the NFL keep the stock galloping onward?
Even with the market roaring back today, some high-quality stocks are still down big from the recent highs. Hey, take Zebra Technologies, technology company that's a leading player in enterprise asset intelligence. They specialize in mobile printers and computing, data capture, really important, radio frequency identification, and real-time locating systems that help other businesses keep track of their inventory, their vehicles, and their employees. I've liked this stock for ages, and long-term it's been a huge winner. It's up 178% over the past 5 years, up more than 30% year-to-date, 3% bounce today. However, Zebra reported a truly fantastic quarter a couple weeks ago. It took even me by surprise when they sent the stock surging from 189 to 218 in a single day. And thanks to the recent turbulence, it's now back to 208. Is it viable? Let's check in with Anders Gustafsson. He's the CEO of Zebra Technologies. Find out more about the quarter and the company's prospects. Anders, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that great quarter. I know there were a lot of people betting against it because Honeywell had a disappointing quarter in your particular line of business, but you're really not that analog, right? You're very different companies.
Yeah, we overlap in a number of areas, but we do quite a few different things also. So we have our own strengths and we compete for them, but not everywhere.
Right. The reason I put it out is because when I go to Honeywell, I do not see a video of Sean Payton, the coach of the New Orleans Saints, and a man I greatly respect, talk about how at the end of a practice or a game, he uses all your stuff to analyze who's really doing the job.
That's right. Yeah, no, that's a unique industry that we're in. Yeah.
And you have these cameras. Now I see around the stadium at the top, that's your material, right?
Yeah, we do some of that also.
Yeah. Because it seems like that when I try to figure out human capital, we don't know how to rate human capital, but we're paying these people. The teams are paying them millions of dollars. They can't afford to not have that sensor, and that's your product.
Yeah, no, I think we've learned now this past year that the tracking system we have with the NFL is actually considered to be the best by the broadcasters, the coaches, and the fans.
Well, I wanted to ask you, because I'm a fantasy football player, can we get access to it?
So I think that...
It's not clear, right?
Yeah. The NFL owns the data, so we can't give you access to the data. I think they give access to some of the data, but not all the data.
Because that would be like the secret sauce.
Yeah. Then you have all the information you could possibly want to have about every player on the.
Well, it's as good as the combine, if not better. Now, this was another quarter where you really distinguished yourself in the omni-channel. You talked tremendously. It's almost I cannot imagine a retailer who is trying to keep track of any of their big warehouses not using you. How do you keep track of all that merchandise without Zebra?
Yeah, I think we are now become an essential part of retailers' strategies for building omni-channel and e-commerce capabilities. Historically we were probably viewed a bit more as a tactical device supplier. Today, we're much more of an integral part of enabling them to execute on their strategy, and we moved ourselves up the solution stack to be able to deliver more value to them.
And you've got some new things, Savannah, Explore. These are all value part of your ecosystem?
Yeah, Savannah is our data platform. Right. So basically what we can do is we can connect all sorts of devices or sensors, and on the the south side and the north side we can have APIs to all sorts of other applications. We can provide a lot of analytics around what's happening there.
All right. So where would you fit in the in say a software as a service food chain, an Adobe, a Salesforce? Do they integrate with you, or you stand alone?
So we would so both, I guess. We integrate with a lot of independent software vendors. So if you look at large companies like Oracle, SAP, Manhattan, JDA, they're all partners of ours. They tend to, we exchange data with them. We provide data that they use for their operations. But we also have our own software capabilities. We bought a company called Profitect that does predictive analytics. A good example of this. But we have other software capabilities also.
Because when I listened, I said I kind of felt like it was recently Salesforce bought a company called Tableau, and they would, I was trying to figure out whether they're a competitor, they would integrate, I think they would integrate your data.
Yeah, they would more integrate our data. We could be a source for data or insight analytics for them.
Well, that's a software company with a much higher multiple than when I first met you, which was much more of a hardware company.
we aspire to get those kind of valuations also.
Well, you deserve it. I mean, I think that this is a very changed story. Now, there's still terrific hardware. I saw on your website a wristband that you can use. I mean, and then there's one on your chest. I mean, how many parts of your body can have scanners?
Yeah, no, tracking, today, more and more things are being tracked, and there's more. You can get more and more efficiencies out of this. So, we tracking, employees, patients, assets, all of these things. So, we say we provide a performance edge to the front line of business by having, every employee, device, technical thing being connected and optimally utilized, visible to the networks.
Last thing is, why is it only football? Is it because you have bulky equipment and you can put some? I mean, why can't it put a sensor on a basketball player to see whether that guy's working too hard? Maybe that guy's going to be out of breath. Maybe that guy's going to hurt himself because there's billions of dollars at stake with basketball players who are getting hurt all the time.
Yeah, I think football, it works particularly well. Our type of technology works particularly well for football, but it would work for also basketball, ice hockey, soccer.
Ice hockey just hasn't discovered it yet?
I think the ice hockey, the challenge has been the puck. How do you track the puck and put the tag inside the puck has been, we can do it, but it's more costly. On basketball, they've been more focused on the ball than the players.
Yes, they should focus on the players because we've seen too many injuries from people who we should have flagged it ahead of time. Absolutely.
I think that we would do a better job, though.
I bet you do. That's Anders Gustafsson, Zebra Technology CEO, ZBR. The key thing here, hardware to software. A much better, higher price to earnings ratio, and that's what you want from a company. Mad Money's back in the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.